When Philip went on campaign against Byzantium, Alexander, then 16 years old, was left in charge of Macedonia and had custody of the royal seal. At this time he quelled those Midi who were in revolt, and on taking a city of theirs expelled the barbarians and settled a mixed population there instead. He gave it the name Alexandropolis. He was also present at the battle against the Greeks at Chaeronea, and it is said that he was the first to smash into the Theban sacred band. An old oak tree next to the Cephisus River was still pointed to in our day as Alexander's tree, next to the point where he pitched his tent. The mass burial place of the Macedonians is nearby. Philip was naturally overjoyed with his son, so much so that he was delighted when the Macedonians spoke of Alexander as their king and Philip as their commander. It was domestic troubles that produced grievance after grievance and rift after rift, starting from Philip's marriages and love affairs and spreading from the women's quarters to infect the monarchy. They were made worse by the vindictiveness of the jealous and angry Olympias as she stirred up Alexander to action. The most conspicuous provocation came from Attalus at the king's wedding to his young virgin bride Cleopatra. The king had fallen for her despite the mismatch in their ages. Attalus was her uncle, and during the celebrations he drunkenly called on the Macedonians to pray to the gods for a child of Philip and Cleopatra who could be a legitimate successor to the throne. That stirred up Alexander. "So, you scumbag," he said, "you think me a bastard?" And he threw a drinking cup at him. Philip drew his sword against him and leapt to his feet, but by a stroke of good fortune for both men he slipped and fell in his drunken rage.